Hi, it's Lydia Amanda from Pink. In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can create a sign-up form with Bravo. It's actually a follow-up video. From the video, I talk about how to create a WordPress website for writers. A sign-up form is so important because that's how people can subscribe to your email list and get news from you. It doesn't matter if you're a writer, a musician, an artist, you will need to have an email list. Email list is a part of email marketing. It is so important for nowadays artists to implement this, to have their own email list, not solely rely on social media, because then they are not as reliable as you think. It's so easy and simple to do it in Bravo. What I like about Bravo is it is so flexible and I can customize the form to the way I want. And also I can build a workflow for automation. That means I can automatically just send out emails. That is super convenient because I no longer have to check my emails so many times a day and reply to everyone. I have talked about this workflow in another video and I will leave the link in the description. And if you're a service provider like me, I am a professional portrait photographer, so I need this workflow to help me to answer the inquiries quickly. And I don't have to be on my computer, or I don't need to hire assistant to reply the same email to everyone over and over again. And do check out the video because it's so convenient. It feels like you're having your own virtual assistant to help you out to deal with these email inquiries. I will leave the link in the description, so you will definitely need to check it out. If you haven't got a Bravo account, I will highly recommend you to sign up a free account with them to try out different options. And I think in the free plan, they already have a lot of really attractive features that will help you out in your email marketing. So I would definitely recommend you to sign up. And I will leave the link in the description if you want to try it out for free. And also if you want to upgrade, maybe there is a discount link or code. I will leave it in the description so you can enjoy it. Okay, so let's jump in. So first, after you sign up, you go to your dashboard, my account dashboard here. And this is the dashboard you will see, and everything's here. For creating a sign up form for people to subscribe to your email list and your newsletters. And this is where you can do it. You go to contact. I just opened a new account to show you the process. And then you go to forms. Okay, and there's nothing here yet. So here, create sign up form. And these are options. There's a new feature about pop-up forms. So just give it a name. Okay, so this is sign up form for newsletter. Okay, so it's just built in it for you immediately here. I haven't done anything, it's all done now. If you click here, you can change the title if you want. I would change it to, I think it's really good here. You know, you can change it to subscribe. Okay, I'm just showing you what you can edit right now. So I can edit the text, enter email address to subscribe, and this. Okay, so every time I click here, you see this changing, right? Over here, you can see change. Okay, so that just the setting for here. For example, here is the text size. If I want it larger, I can just keep clicking. You can see this all become, bigger and smaller. I can change any of the font I want, and also bold, italic, or underline. Okay, and I can change, of course, the color. So if you have a brand color on your website, this will be something good to implement. So for example, I have this maybe goldish yellow like this, perhaps like this. And this is just a note to tell people why they need to subscribe. You can say subscribe and get 10% discount, something like that. Something you just tell people like what they actually going to get. And there are people offer 10% discount for the new customer, or you offer an ebook, a free ebook, subscribe to get the ebook, or anything that you are trying to entice people. You can all put it here. And here, just the instruction. You can have the whole sentence, enter your email address to subscribe, or you can just say email address. And here's this button. You can also customize as well. I just want to change the color. Perhaps I go to the same, like this one's fine. And you can also use different, like this is from design here. There are different tabs. From design is already here. I'm just customize and changing the design. And I can click on the blank space here and I can change the background color. For example, I would like to have something grayish. You can see that. Okay, like that. You can also choose the image and container. Container is actually the background color. Now the container is white. If I'm going to change to different color, I can choose something more subtle. For example, I think it's pretty good already, so I'm not going to change it. Just showing you how you can customize it. You can also change the opacity. It can become transparent if you want. And you can customize buttons here and alerts. You don't have to customize everything if you don't need them. If you want to add something, for example, you want to let them enter their first name, you can also go to build here. And then you will also have these attributes. You have single choice, multiple choice, and title. Title is this one, I just show you. And text is this one. So you can have more text if you want, or you want to include an image if you want. And also a divider you can use. So this is the attribute. You want people to fill out anything is all attribute. Okay, like email, even their phone number and name, surname, these are all attributes. And so let me just drag an attribute here, over here, just on top of this one. And then you can set what attribute you want them to fill in. For me, is the first name. Okay, and then you can have this help text underneath. This is called help text. And if you don't want it, you just untick it. Okay, or just tick it, and actually you can go in to write about what's the help text. Okay, so about how you can help out people to fill out this one. I think this is quite straightforward, so I'm going to just leave this help text. Okay, and if it's a required field, you will get this star, the red star. If they don't fill it out, the form will not go through. Okay, so this is required, I will just leave it. I think the most important thing for me is the email address will go through, and I can click required if I want to. And if you don't need it, you just let people have freedom to choose. But usually if you leave it here, people are likely to fill out anyway. So I'm going to just put it like that. The name, just name. Okay, so they can decide. And I'm going to tick this required field. And if you want more attributes, you can just keep adding them. For example, if you want to get a telephone number, and you can drag it up and down if you want. You can change. You can put it here if you want. So that's SMS. So let me just click here and job title, LinkedIn. If you want an attribute that is not included here, you can also create it yourself. But this, we are going to do a very simple sign up form, so we are not going to do this. But I have mentioned it in another video that was about how to build a workflow, and that's including how to build the form as well for people to contact me. And also they will go into a workflow that's going to send them emails straight away. They maybe in the next 3 days, they get 3 email a day. And maybe they just inquire some my service. For example, they want to do a headshot photo shoot. And so my workflow is designed to send them the photo shoot information they inquired straight away. Or I can set it like 10 minutes later or 15 minutes later. It's all done in the workflow. And this is a very important video. If you provide any product or service, this is something I will highly recommend to check out. It's going to save you tons of time. So I'm going to skip now, and I leave the link in the description for you. It's about how to automate your emails for auto reply. Okay. And so I'm going to delete this one. I'm just showing you what you can do here. Yes, delete it. So that's the two fields I want people to fill. And when you're ready, the design and everything, and also this data privacy and security here, that take a look here. If you are in EU, which is I am, and you might require to use this GDPR field. Okay, I opt in. I agree to receive email, newsletter, and accept data privacy statement. Okay, so this is just like people sign up and you ask them to opt in. Like double check they really know what they are signed up for. Okay, and so you can also change the text if you want to. And this is help text. You may unsubscribe anytime using the link in our newsletter. So this is very good stuff. I will just leave it as it is. It's very easy to GDPR fill. Okay, and another thing, GDPR declaration. Let me see. Yeah, we use Bravo as our marketing platform, something that you can see here. If you are in EU, these are something by law. You have to do it. And I go back to next one. Checkbox. Let me see what's this. Okay, that's just the opt-in. This one is exactly the same. Okay, and you can customize over here. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. Okay, and this one, CAPTCHA. CAPTCHA is important, but in the beginning, you don't need to do it. I'm just going to drag it to show you what is the CAPTCHA look like. It is say, I'm not a bot. And why this is important to do? Because there are loads of spam bots around and they will spam your contact forms and sign up forms. And I just encountered that recently. I have been using Bravo forms for 2 or 3 years and never had a problem until recently. I got loads of spam bots and just eat up all my email quota and flooded my Bravo account. It was terrible because the actual real people's inquiry could not send out the auto reply because they just eat up all my email quota. And that's become a serious problem until I implement this CAPTCHA thing. Okay, if you scroll up here, it has a different setting. I already talked about this in another video, so I will not mention it here, but I'm just telling you, you will get your key. This has got all the instruction, and also I walk you through about how to get your key in another video. So I highly recommend you to check it out to set this one up. But in the beginning, you don't have to if you don't want to. But once you find time, I would suggest you really go through this and to set it up to prevent the problem that I had. And I will leave the tutorial video in the description so you can check it out. It just takes 10-15 minutes to set up. Believe me, it does not take long. So do find that 10-15 minutes to implement this. I think the new forms are safer than the existing forms for many years. Especially my website's been there for over a decade, so it's much vulnerable. The older the website, the more vulnerable it is to the bots. That's how I find out. My new websites don't have any problem, but it is important that if you start an email list, you implement this in your form straight away. That is the best solution. But if you don't have time, like I said, later on, find the time to do this. So I'm going to delete it right now because I didn't set it up with this Bravo account. Yes, I'm going to delete it. Once you find everything is ready here, then next is important because that is also the save function for saving your design. We strongly recommend you to keep this. I ignored this for years. They did warn me. Next is that it doesn't matter. You have done some alterations, you edited, always click next because you're going to save your design. And it applies to everyone. Always press next for saving it. The list right now, this is the first list. I haven't got any, so I'm just going to create a new one. Sign up. You can name anything you want. Folder, that's the only folder I have. You can also go to list over here to create a folder. Okay, let me show you. Settings. On the list here, if you wanted, there are 2 lists over here under the same folder. But if you want to create a new folder, here it is. You go to list and this drop down and you can create a new folder. For example, I would just say subscriber. Create any folders you want. I'm going to list here. I'm going to delete this one because that's under your first folder and I don't want it to be under the first folder. So I'm just going to delete this one. Delete. And then I'm going to subscribers. I just created and I will create a list and I create this list. And I go back to forms here. That's the sign up form for newsletters. And I'm just going to click So that was my design here. And I'm going to this step and choose this newsletters and then click next. I usually, for the confirmation, I usually use a double confirmation email. You can select a template. This one, default template, double opt-in confirmation. This is something I usually use. You can also choose to use a simple confirmation email or no confirmation email. Okay, this is recommended for GDPR for in EU, so I use this one. And you can choose confirm page after submitting or final confirmation email. This will send out an email, and I will just show you what the email look like. It will send out an email for people to confirm the email address. Let me show you. So this is the email they will receive after they sign up. So they will have to click this to confirm their email address. Okay, that's the double confirmation email I usually use. If you want to learn more about other options, you can go through here, the help. Okay, so you can say like, what is simple confirmation email? This is also no confirmation email. It depends on what you need. For this instant, I would suggest you to use a double confirmation email. Some people choose no confirmation email. That means if the email address is not correct, you go to your email list no matter what. And double confirmation email is if they don't confirm, their email address will not go into your email list. Okay, that means they didn't get the email or they regret to sign up, so they just don't do anything about it. And simple email confirmation is like once they sign up, they don't have to click any link to confirm. They will still get this email, but there's no confirmation link. Okay, just a notification. Over here, you can write something like, thank you for signing up and you are in the list. You can just do that. Okay, that's called single confirmation email. Okay, they will be sent after form is submitted. Okay, like this. And then also you can select a template, simple confirmation. This is all default. I'm going to show you in a minute how you can customize or create your own email template. Once you create a new one, it will show up here, so you can select the one that you create. These are just default ones. I just use default ones, but sometimes I do go in to change some text if I want to. Okay, so next, these are the messages I talked about, like invalid user, error messages. Because I asked for double confirmation email, that means that they will have to actively to go and to click that link in their email, and they will go to my list. So here, our success message, actually I will mention about it. I will say just one more step. You will need to go to the email I just sent to you to click the confirmation link. And if you don't receive my email, please check the spam box. That's the success message I usually put. Okay, and something like that. And I'm going to go next. So this is form is created when you see this. So usually what I do is I just implement this HTML on my website. You click it, it will copy straight away, or you can copy it and go to your WordPress website to embed it where you want it. On the WordPress website, there is a block called custom HTML, and that's the block you need to use to paste this code. And then after you've done all that, this is the last step, just done. Oh, finally, it's done. Right? Okay, I talk you through it at a very slow pace, and if you think it's too slow, you just speed up, okay? So this is just a sign up form. It's just very simple and straightforward. And I hope you get a lot of subscribers by implementing it and keep in contact with them. It's part of the email marketing. It's not only just you ask people to sign up, you also like contact them once a week or once a month. Just keep in contact with them. Like tell them what's going on in your life, what you're working right now, and what's coming up. It's very important to keep in contact with your subscriber to make them feel like they are in a more closer group with you, like a trust circle, instead of just on social media. This, you can use it as another way to connect your subscribers in a closer manner. Okay, I use sign up form to get more customers, and this is the most effective ways I do as a local business owner. Usually I will have like once or twice promotion special offer during the year, and I'll give a really good discount for photo shoots, and only my email subscribers will get the deal. And it's very effective because people who sign up already interested in my service, so they are more likely to come and book a shoot with me. Okay, so having this list is super important. Instead of spend a lot of money on advertising, this email marketing is super important. And it's not just me, a lot of artists say the same thing. Having your own email list is just very important. Let me know how you get on, and if you have any question, here is the help center. You can always search for their wealth of information here, and you can chat with them as well, and you can ask for support tickets. I think last time I had a problem and I actually submit a ticket, they came back within 1 or 2 hours, so that was very good and immediately solved my problem. So do utilize this so you'll get answer very quick. So how to customize your double confirmation email. And here we set it to the default one. And if you want to edit, here's how you do it. You go to campaigns and templates. And here are all the email templates over here. And this one is the one that we chose for the default template, double opt-in confirmation. So all you have to do, just go to edit. Click here, and then that's the email. So you go to design. You can also go to setup to change a different subject line, or you want to change any setting that is over here. And if you want to change the design, you have to go to edit content, and then you click here. Because it was written in HTML format, and for change this, I will highly recommend you to use a HTML writer. Okay, I'm just gonna find HTML editor. Okay, online there are quite a lot, and you can just choose. I think this one is the one I usually use. Yes, online HTML editor. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all. That's Command A and right click, and I'm just going to copy all of it. So I'm come here and I go to edit HTML source code, and I'm going to paste here. So that's paste, and switch to this editor, and that's how it looks like. It's pretty similar. Let me just preview this. Okay, that's pretty similar. And so if you change anything here, for example, I can just sign here, say it's dark pink. And so because I have edited, right? So I'm going to switch it to edit HTML source code, and then select all, Command A in Mac, and I think it's Control A on the PC. Command A or Control A, and Command C is to copy. Okay, this is just keyboard shortcut. If you have problem, you can also go to edit here. There's a copy. Okay, and then I go back to Breville, and I'm gonna just turn this off, and then I select all. You can also go to edit, select all, and I'm going to delete this, and then I paste it what I just copied from the HTML editor, and then preview and test. So you can see dark pink is over here. Okay, I can switch back and change to different font. Like there's loads of things. You can also change language, and can change to headings, different heading. You can use bold, italic. That is something you can play with this HTML editor, okay, to change it to however you like. And so that's how you can change your default confirmation email. And save and quit. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. You can also create a template yourself, okay, and then give it a name. And when you go to forms, contact forms, this is the form. And do remember, go to settings, return to this step, and then change to the one you created. Okay, select a template, and then you will be able to find the one you created. So this is how you can edit the default template double opt-in confirmation. That's where you can find the default templates, email templates, and also other default email templates. Like you can see there are quite a few here. This is a simple confirmation. You can see, just thank you for subscribing. Like I said, there's no double opt-in, so they don't have to click anything, just a notification. So if you want to add your contact form on the footer, I actually have this tutorial inside another video, and I will leave the link in the description in case you want to embed it in your WordPress footer. I think it's a great thing to do because it doesn't matter which page they are on, they will always see the form in the footer. And that's something I recommend to do. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because it will really help me to grow my channel. Okay? And I'll talk to you in the next video.